The Hymac brand represents a pivotal chapter in the history of British industrial manufacturing, dominating the crucial transition from cable-operated excavation machinery to all-hydraulic excavators. The company's origins trace back to post-war Britain around 1946. At this time, the foundation of British hydraulics was established not through domestic invention, but through the assembly of advanced foreign technology. This began with the assembly of American high-ho excavators, which were shipped to England in kit form and constructed under a license agreement with the Hydraulic Machinery Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This initial phase established the necessary technical knowledge base for hydraulic excavation equipment within the United Kingdom. By the early 1960s, the controlling corporate entity, Rimney Engineering, prepared to launch its own proprietary machine. The Hymac brand was formally launched in 1962, marking the first major British effort in the all-hydraulic excavator field. The breakthrough model was the Hymac 480, which is historically recognized as the first British all-hydraulic crawler-mounted excavator. Production of the 480 ran from 1962 to 1966, but it had a significant technical limitation. It only featured a 270-degree slew, differentiating it from the true 360-degree rotating machines that were beginning to dominate the industry internationally. Hymac solved this limitation 2 years later. In 1964, the production of the legendary Hymac 580 series began. The 580 achieved full 360-degree rotation, solidifying Hymac's position as the commercial leader and technological frontrunner in the British market. The period from the mid-1960s to the late 1970s marked the peak of Hymac's engineering reputation and commercial success. This dominance was built almost entirely on the immense popularity of the 580, which remained in continuous production in various iterations until 1987. The commercial achievement of this machine was staggering for the sector, with over 10,000 units sold worldwide. The 580 was so ubiquitous on British building sites that the term Hymac evolved into a widely used generic noun for any hydraulic 360-degree excavator, regardless of the actual manufacturer. Hymac demonstrated engineering excellence in models like the 580B, where designers integrated the fuel and oil tanks into the structure to improve chassis strength, enhance cooling surfaces, and free up crucial space, showing early attention to operator ergonomics. Hymac quickly expanded its product portfolio. In 1965, it launched the Hymac 610, the wheeled variant of the popular 580. By 1968, the company released the larger 880 model, a 22.3-ton machine that was popular for deep excavation and bulk earth-moving. Sales reached record levels by 1967, and by 1970, annual sales hit £10 million. However, this rapid growth led to financial losses, forcing the parent company to initiate business changes. The company's golden era came to an abrupt halt in 1979 when Hymac was sold to the German industrial group IBH, led by Horst Dieter Esch. This marked the end of the brand's control by British holding companies. Under IBH ownership, Hymac collaborated on new models, notably launching the 201 LC crawler and W201 wheeled variants in 1983. However, the IBH consolidation strategy was fundamentally unsound, built on massive leverage and debt. Just 4 years after acquiring Hymac, the IBH Group collapsed in 1983 in one of the most spectacular bankruptcies in post-war Germany. The collapse immediately plunged the UK division into chaos, leading to compulsory liquidation in January 1984. This financial disaster occurred precisely when Hymac was launching its new machinery, preventing the 201 series from ever securing a market foothold. The company was rescued by Northern Engineering Industries in 1984, but the corporate instability didn't end. Ownership quickly changed hands twice more in the subsequent years, to the BM Group in 1987 and then to Brown Engineering, Hymac, in 1988. Under Brown Engineering, Hymac's internal manufacturing capacity declined, and the company shifted to Badge Engineering, applying its brand to imported Italian models. By the late 1980s, the construction equipment landscape had been fundamentally altered by non-leaking, higher-specification Japanese competitors. Hymac's manufacturing, starved of sustained capital investment due to constant ownership changes, could not compete. The Brown Group eventually collapsed in 1991, and the business was acquired by Irish dealer John Kennedy. In a final attempt to revive the brand, Kennedy launched the Synchron 1301 and 1501 models in 1992. These machines featured state-of-the-art German load-sensing hydraulic systems and looked visually modern and competitive. However, the attempt at technological renaissance came too late to save the company. Hymac finally ceased manufacturing operations in 1993. The very last machine to roll off the production line was an 18-ton Model 181B. Hymac's demise serves as a case study where financial volatility negated engineering prowess. While the brand's golden era was defined by the legendary 580 series, a machine so reliable that many are still operational today, the damage done by chronic corporate instability during the 1980s was irreversible. The Hymac name today remains an enduring icon of British engineering.